Alright, what's up guys? So, I've been wanting to show you this for a while, but I haven't made a video because the car hasn't been running yet. But from the thumbnail, you guys probably, well, I don't know if in the thumbnail I'll hide it or not, but you guys know that I definitely got a new car. And so, this video is just of the new car. So you guys ready to see it? It's really, well, Cody already knows, he loves the car. It's his favorite car in the world. But okay, I'm gonna show you guys the car, ready? This is my 1965 Pontiac Catalina. For a while, I've been looking for an old muscle car and I found this one. It was actually hidden a couple shipping yards away from where we used to drift. So this is actually a US spec car that was imported from the States over here to Canada, and to my knowledge, I'm actually the third owner. This is not a factory paint job. This is a custom two-tone paint job, and actually when I bought the car, the original builder was gonna come and take a look at it. So it has the factory 289 6.4 liter V8 in it. It's got the 2-barrel carb on it, but I believe it is not the factory car. Everything in the interior is original except for my dice in the mirror, that steering wheel, and my poncho seat cover. The 65 was the first year of the third generation Catalina. The Catalina ran through 2 more generations and finished in 1981. So this car has 4-wheel drums all the way around, and these aren't the original wheels, but they are factory style. So I hope you guys like that. I thought this car deserved a little bit better of a introduction into the channel. But yeah, so this is my first old school classic car. I found this thing just hidden away, just tucked away. I didn't even think I was gonna buy it. The guy was asking for a lot more than I could afford it for. But I went over there, I talked to him a little bit, and he said, I told him when the original builder was gonna come, I was like, hey, you should probably wait for him, because I don't think I can offer anywhere what you're asking, and he can probably offer you more. And he was like, oh, you know, people flake, what are you gonna offer me? So I shot him an offer, and he took it without even negotiating. But he was a super cool guy, really chill, and especially right now with the whole COVID stuff, a lot of people getting rid of stuff because they need it. But this guy actually got rid of it because he was doing so well through it, and he just needed the space. So yeah, I'm glad I didn't get this car off of somebody's misfortune. But yeah, this car is sweet. I've owned it for a week, and I've been trying to keep it a secret, and that hasn't happened at all. Literally the first day, my brother sent pictures to everyone, my dad sent pictures, everything. And we actually did an impersonation of, or not an impersonation, but a reenactment of a Fast and Furious scene with this car. And I'm gonna put a little clip in it, but because of copyright stuff with music and stuff like that, I can't actually put the whole thing in. But if you wanna see it, I'll put my Facebook and my Instagram down in the description, so that way if you guys wanna check it out, you can check it out. It's really bad and it's so cheesy, but it's so funny. But back to this car. Here, we'll get inside. So we'll start with the interior. So there's the speedo, miles per hour. Not a factory steering wheel, but still cool. The factory one I actually have. It's just not in great condition. Fuel gauge does not work, so I've actually run out of gas trying to see how many kilometers I get to a tank in this thing. I got, and I'll show you guys the carb because it is having a carb issue and it's leaking fuel, but I did get 300 and I think it's 70 kilometers to a tank. So this gauge does work. When I'm at idle, it bounces around in the middle, and then when I'm driving, it goes up. The fuel gauge actually works. So when I'm close to full, it tells me that I'm overfill. When I'm somewhere in the middle, the gauge kind of goes like this and goes, you're somewhere around here. And then when I'm close to empty, it says I'm below empty. So me and Cody have learned, because I actually ran out of gas dropping him off to get his car, that once it goes to about the E, I'll just fill up. It does have a radio. It does not work. I was trying to figure out why it didn't work, and I found out the reason was because whoever did the paint job didn't put the antenna back, so it's not getting a signal anywhere. They did put an aftermarket water temp gauge, which is great because I can see when it's overheating and stuff. That's the clock. Doesn't work.
Missing his hands.
Yeah, and I actually have a little JBL Bluetooth speaker that I hang right here to play music, and then this ashtray actually works perfectly to hold my phone, so it's great. The cigarette lighter works too. See, you can just see the light went on, so I can charge my phone and my speaker and stuff. But yeah, this thing is pretty freaking awesome. Seats are not in the greatest condition, but like as you can see in the back, it's got like some watermarks and stuff, and the reason why is because this little window was like not put in right, so it had a gap up top, so it was allowing water to leak in. But as you can see, this rear window actually rolls down, so it's super nice. And then this window rolls down, and my smoking mirrors work. Windows work, so I have like 6 windows in the whole car that open up, so it really allows the fresh air to get in. And then Tyler got me the dice. This thing kind of just flops down whenever it wants, the sun visor, so it kind of sucks on that part. But I think it's time to go look at the HUD. Also, with these cars, it was an option to have the passenger side mirror, so parallel, actually just parking this thing in general is a pain, but yeah, so let's look at the hood now. So this is the 6.4 liter. It does have AC, but I don't know if it works because the blower doesn't work. It's got power steering, power brakes, all that stuff. The carb is leaking, you can see right here. So it causes the car, I have to run the car rich, and then it causes the car not to run right, but it sounds cool. Yeah, so because the carb leaks, I have to run the car rich, and then after a while it starts to foul out the plugs and stuff like that. So I have to get a new carb. I did find a 4-barrel, which like bumps this thing up 100 horsepower, which is great. The blower doesn't work, so I don't know if the AC works and stuff like that. I had to put a new belt on. But mostly just little stuff. When I bought the car, the brakes didn't work, and all it was whoever did the rear brakes, because they're brand new, didn't adjust the drum on this side, and it caused the car to pull, so because it wasn't contacting the drum. And then the front like brake cylinders are leaking, so I actually found the right ones a couple days ago, so I still have to put those in. But yeah, now the car runs and drives, and I've been driving it all day. I still need to do an oil change and stuff like that, and then my spark plug wires are way too long, and I don't like that. And the thing that has been a pain in the ass is I only have one wiper blade, and this one's actually like destroyed. I had to take it off the passenger side. The wipers work, but I just can't find the blades, so I can't really drive the car in the rain. That's why I have a squeegee in the back, so if it does rain, I can squeegee the front.
Like he doesn't wipe his ass.
Yeah, I also can't drive the car at night because for some reason the rear taillights don't work. I think it's because I have a wrong switch, but I can't find the right one. I think this is just a generic GM switch. But we looked at the wiring to try and get power to it, and they use all brown wires, so there's like 8 brown wires, and I need 1 brown wire, so it's complicated. But this thing sounds great. I'm gonna start it up, and then we can go for a little cruise. But this thing sounds mean. Oh yeah, but because she's running so rich, she doesn't actually like go anywhere. She sounds great, but she runs like crap. The other cool thing is that's the gas tank. So like, it's kind of cool, but it's also kind of a pain to fill up gas. But I'm gonna throw GoPro in the car and we can go for a little drive so that these guys can stop photobombing my vlogs. Alright, so this car kind of likes to drive comfortably at like 150 Fahrenheit. It does go up to about 180 if it's really hot and I keep like I drive it for short drives and shut it off, because then the car has nothing that runs through the engine to cool it down, so it gets up to higher temp. But as soon as I start it, it usually goes down to about 150. On cold days it runs a little bit under, and this is all Fahrenheit. But yeah, but no, this car is so comfortable to drive. Like, it's such a cruiser. Like, the suspension is not the best, but the seats have so much spring in it, it just absorbs everything. So it's an awesome driving car. I can't wait to take this thing on like a road trip or something like that. The only thing is, when I cruise with like Steph and everyone, I feel bad because this car runs so rich, it smells so bad. Like, it's bad. It's a bad smelling car. But yeah, once I fix that carb issue, once I get the new 4-barrel carb, if there's any guys out there that know anything about carbs, I'm new to getting into carbs. Let me know what you guys think good carbs are, because I know some have very limited like tuning capabilities, and I'd like to be able to tune this thing. I'm so, like, I never thought that I would own a Pontiac, but I do. Like, you can hear how loud she is against the barrier, the sound just bouncing off. I looked at a car before this. I looked at, I think it was a 67 Ford Galaxy, or 66. And that was like my top choice, but guy kind of was very iffy. Car wasn't in as good condition as this, and yeah, it just fell through. And then I was actually going to go to the island to go look at a couple other cars, but then I went on a little like road trip, and I was like, oh, before I go, I saw this car on Craigslist, and I was like, oh, I'll go look at this since it's so close. And then, hold on, this is my foot to the floor. She doesn't go anywhere. It also isn't great that it's a 3-speed, because it won't downshift as much. But once I figure out the carb issue, she'll go. She'll go a lot faster. She won't be a rocket ship, but she'll go. But yeah, so I went to check this out before I went on my little trip, and yeah, car was just there running, and I was like, ooh. I was like, that's a good looking car. And honestly, when I looked at it, I was like, it's in good condition and stuff, but I never was excited about it because I didn't think I'd own it. And then when I talked to the guy, and he seemed happy with my offer and happy that I'd be taking the car, I was like, what? And then I started looking at the car more, and I was like, oh my god, this is my car. And the high beam switch, if for people that don't know old cars, which I didn't know, is on the floor, which makes so much sense to me, because when I'm doing my long drives and I'm like, you know, in a comfortable driving position, like in my truck, and then car comes and I have to go, oh, and I have to switch to turn the high beams off, is this kind of like a moment of panic and a moment, you know? But like, with it being on the floor, you just use your left foot, the foot you're not using. You just go, oh, tap it on, tap it off, whatever you got to do, and it just makes so much sense to me. Like, I love it. I searched up the compression ratio for this thing. This thing is like 8-to-1 compression ratio. I might be fudging it on the last number, like it might be 8-to-7, but it's still in the 8s. That is such a low compression ratio. Like, that's nuts. Like 8 is ridiculous. She does sound good. She sounds raspy though because of the running rich, but she has a glass pack mufflers in the back, so depending on when I fix the carb, if she still sounds kind of raspy, I might change out the mufflers to something a little bit more baritone, like a little bit more, because I just don't like that kind of higher RPM vibration noise. It's not the greatest. I assume it has to do with the fuel, but not 100% on it yet. I think this car weighs like 37 or 3,800 pounds, which isn't too bad for a big car like this. I thought it would be like 42 or 45. What's up, bruh? Like, a car like this, I could care less how many kilometers are on it as long as it's in good condition. And it seems pretty good condition for what it is. And I love how it has the GTO front end. Oh, looks so good. Like, such a good looking car. I just can't wait till she's a little bit faster, but I'd rather get the brakes, like disc brake conversion first before I get more power, because like when you need to stop, like old school American muscle guys know, when you got the 4-wheel drums, when you want to stop, you gotta put your foot down. Like if you're doing like that little pressure, it doesn't do anything. You gotta put it down. But yeah, I am so pumped. I'm so excited. The only thing that I've kind of been sick of, and it's only been a week, is people trying to talk to me at lights. And like when I'm parked, it's a different story. Or if I have nowhere to go, I'm fine. But like when I'm trying to, like when I'm at an intersection and it's red and it goes green and you still trying to talk to me, like I'm not trying to hold up traffic, I'm not trying to be rude, but I gotta go. Yeah, I love this car. This car is sweet. That was our little cruise talk. Yeah, but this thing's awesome. I would do a burnout video, like its first burnout as well, but it can't do a burnout because it doesn't have all the power there because of the carb. But I mean, the plan for this car is just to make it like a nice daily, good, reliable car and stuff like that. And then from there, make it a little bit, well, from there, once it's all reliable and running, get some proper disc brakes so she can stop, and then give her some proper power so she can go fast, and then the brakes will be useful. But yeah, she also has leaf springs in the back, which is hilarious. But yeah, this is my new daily / project car. Yeah, I had to take some time away from the drift stang to do this car, to like make sure it's running and stopping and stopping decently and doing all that other stuff before I jump back on the drift stang, which is like just a whole other project. But yeah, I mean, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what I should do with the car, all that stuff. You shut your mouth, you German Porsche driver. But yeah, guys, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell. You're gonna see a whole lot more of this car on the channel. You can see just stang stuff. It's gonna be great. And but I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Money. Yes, he hit the funnel. That is sick.